Hey guys, it's Kristen Collins. Hope you're doing well. Really inspired to connect with you guys this week to talk about those feelings that I know you are experiencing. If you're attracted to this kind of content each week, we are all going through such an unbelievable time and feeling the pain around the globe, around the world that is currently occurring. So wanted to hold space this week to be able to discuss that empathetic feeling that's probably occurring for you, and how do we navigate and mitigate during such a challenging time. So last time we were able to talk about how to show up in relationship with self and what it's like. The week before we talked about being present and just emanating and experiencing love in real time. And those are wonderful foundational tools for us to have in our toolbox when it comes to living that life of optimal well-being. I too am very challenged each week as more and more catastrophic information comes out, and we see the pain and suffering, and we're experiencing people that we've walked this journey with, and now all of a sudden maybe we're having tension in those relationships. So this week wanted to really concentrate on how you are feeling, how you are experiencing this, and what are you doing to get through this very crucial time. We've talked in the past about feeling our feelings in real time, and it's not healthy to deflect or ignore or stuff any of the feelings that do bubble up that make us uncomfortable. Okay, because as we've shared, life is about a plethora of emotions and feelings, and we have to remember that we are not those feelings. We are the soul, the essence, the being that's experiencing those feelings. So if we're living in a very heady space and we're trying to organize and make sense of a lot of this chaos, it's going to be exhausting because there's a lot going on right now. So are you taking the opportunity to be present, to detach from all of the stimulation that can be very upsetting, and take care of self, and remember that we are the essence, our being that's experiencing this world, and what we are experiencing is a reflection of who we are, how we think, and that self-love and self-care. So I'd love to hear from you tactics and tools that you are using to self-care during this time. And I'd love to share with you some of the tactics and tools that I'm using right now. I'm really having to dive deep to turning my stuff off, turning my television off, not constantly drowning myself with a lot of the stuff that's going on out there. It's a lot to handle right now, guys. It's a lot to handle. So I'm still educating myself. I'm still experiencing it. I'm still allowing it to roll through the body. But at the same time, I'm needing to let go of it and exhale, because I'm not in control of a lot that I'm taking in. And I feel horrible for people that are experiencing such catastrophic events. Yet, I'm not doing anyone a favor if I take on that energy. I have to pray for them, I have to support where I can, but I have to really not get inundated and dig myself into a hole where I'm making bad decisions because of all the trauma that's going on right now. We are a world right now that is living an experience that most of us have never had anything like this happen before. This is really happening in real time. And the PTSD that's occurring, the trauma in real time is affecting us greatly. So as we feel these emotions, but set boundaries by shutting off that information once received and not obsessing about it, and releasing it so that we can take care of self, so that we can be a productive member of society and support others by not feeding into the negativity and the separation that's going on right now. Also too, something that I'm doing is I'm shutting down a lot, and I am sitting and not actively doing, because I don't necessarily know what to do. So how are you experiencing? Are you pausing? Are you reflecting? And are you, when not clear on how to move forward, if that's a good idea for you to plug in there, if it's a good idea for you to say that to someone, are you choosing not to? because it doesn't necessarily feel right to you. So that's the second thing that I'm doing, besides shutting off a lot of the external noise and media after I've absorbed it and educated myself. The second thing I'm doing is, if I don't have clarity on how to move forward with something, or it's not my space to move forward, I'm not moving forward. And I think we've been a culture of such activity and such busyness and such doing that it's really, really hard for many to actually not do. But right now, if there's not clarity on what to do, potentially don't do anything. That's the second technique that I'm using. And then the third technique that I'm using right now, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, is as I'm experiencing folks who I've walked this journey with, who are making different decisions, that's okay. It's not, for me to judge or for them to judge. It just simply is. So are you able at this time of great chaos to experience folks that have been in relationship with you and release your judgment, and also understand that if they're judging you, that's not for them to judge you either? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Are you making your own decisions? And I do hope the answer is yes. So I hope these 3 techniques help you this week. I know for me, I'm having to constantly remind myself, and it's because of our shared community, that it is possible to come together, starting with self, and navigate and mitigate just what's going on right now. Many hugs, love, thoughts, and prayers. Please let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing, and just know that I am really, really praying for all of us right now. But the number one thing we could all do is take really good care of self. And remember, let's not all live in our head. Let's also align with our heart and our gut. And if we don't know what to do, don't do anything right now. So until next time, thinking of you, keep in touch, and as always, be love. Thanks. Take care. Bye.